The 21st of March, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
106A5. At the beginning of the page on the left-hand side. The left-hand side. Short column.
Okay. So Roy, would you like to read also Rav Gamda for us?
Okay. So now this is a discussion concerning Rava's interpretation of Rav's ruling. As Rav Gamda, v'amara lishmaita kamir derav ashi. Rav Gamda went and related Rava's teaching before Rav Ashi. Umar lay, Rav Ashi said to him, Hashta Umar Rav Hamanu Talmidei the Rav. Now, even Rav Hamanuna, who was Rav's disciple, did not interpret Rav's ruling as narrowly as Rava. Da'ama Rav Hada, and to the contrary, he obviously knew that Rav stated his ruling even regarding a case where the perjurer confesses his guilt. The common Steve Hida, for we see that he challenged Rav from a Mishnah, which deals with the case where the perjurer confesses. At Amarat Hauda Lo Omar Rav, and you say that Rav did not state his ruling regarding the case where the perjurer confesses?
Oh, so 1 second. What's the not following this over here? Amad Hoda Lo Amarav.
Reread it.
Well, let's get this story again. Step 1. Also Rav Gamda, Amros L'Shmaisa Kamei Rav Ashi. He went and said over this this ruling to Rav Ashi. Okay. Rashi's going to tell us which ruling that was. I guess it's the ruling that we just got through talking about. And Amalei, and he said, Hashta Umar Rav Hamnuna Talmidei de Rav Yoda the Omar Rav Hoda. Rav Hamnuna, who's the student of Rav, he knows that Rav held that even in a case of Hoda, he still holds his ruling. The Kamosiv Hoda. And Rav Hamnuna asked on the case of Hoda from a Mishnah in Shavuos about the Hoda of the Shomer. V'at Amad Hoda lo Yom Rav. Okay, so what's happening over here is that Rav Ashi is challenging the answer that Rava gave over here. Right? Rava gave an answer that Rav is only talking about one isolated case. where he didn't say anything. He didn't make a claim that it was stolen, and he also didn't admit that his shvua was false. You're only talking about a case where he claimed that it was lost from him, not stolen, and he did not ever admit that he made a false shvua. Only in that case, according to Rava, is what Rav says, that when he swears, he doesn't have to pay. But Rav Ashi is saying, 1 second, the Rav Hamnuna, he knew what Rav held. He was a student of Rav, and he asked a question from a case which involved the shvua. So obviously Rav Hamnuna knew that Rav held that in the case of Hodah, Rav still says his din. In other words, a case of where he said it was lost, and he admitted to it before the witnesses came. Apparently, that would be a case that you see that the Mishnah says over there that he pays Keren B'chomesh, and Rav he understood held not like that. So how can you, Rava, say that Rav doesn't hold his din in that case? Okay, so that's the question. We have a Rashi over here. We have a Rashi, Amra Lishmaisa.
Amra Lishmaisa. Laha the Rabba, according to Rabba, that says, call Hoda lo Amara. Everybody who admits it, Rav didn't say.
Right. That's what Rava said. So Rav you got to get your the players on the. You got to have a scorecard with all the players over here. Rav Gamda, he's relating to Rav Ashi what it was that Rava said about Rav's ruling. Okay, that's what Rashi's saying over here. Okay, and now Rashi's got another Rashi about what Rav Ashi responded when he heard that Rav Gamda, what Rav Gamda told him about what Rava said about what Rav said about this din of the shvua.
Rav Hamnuna is a Talmidot of the Rav. Rav Hamnuna is a Talmud of Rav. The Kaimalan established Amrei B that he said to me, Rav said to me, Rav Hamnuna in the Perek Kama, in the first Perek of the Sanhedrin, but Lav, if not the Yodo that he didn't know, the field Yodo, even if he admits it, he'd be putter Rav. Rav would putter him. Lo have, he would not mutevle, he would not sit with him. Lohil, since the Yechol Lachzor, because he can go back the Lahodo and admit it.
Okay, so Rashi's first of all saying Rashi's giving you a source for the fact that Rav Hamnuna is in fact the Talmud of Rav. What's the source that Rashi brings? Because when the Gemora in Sanhedrin says Amrei Bei Rav, they said in the house of Rav. And the house of Rav means in the yeshiva of Rav. And who is it that says, who's the they that say from the house of Rav? None other than Rav Hamnuna. You see indeed that Rav Hamnuna, he is the heart of the yeshiva over there of Rav. He's a prime disciple of Rav Hamnuna. And if he wasn't aware of the fact that Rav held that even in a case where the shomer is moda, he doesn't have to pay if he gave a shvua, he would never have asked the question that he asked. Well, how do you mostly blame? Because he would know that since he could he could be moda, so that he would never ask that question. Okay. So how are we going to resolve this question that we're asking on Rava? Answers. Amalei Rav Acha. We go to Lou. Are you there, Lou? We go to Alan. Are you there, Alan?
Okay. We're at the top of the page of A5.
It's on the very bottom of 106A.
You're at 106A5, the right column now. Gemora answers.
The Gemora answers.
Yes.
Okay. Gemora answers. Omarle, Echor, Soror, Rav Ashi. Rav Achel Saba said to Rav Ashi. Actually, Rav Hamuna agrees that Rav did not state his ruling regarding one who confesses. Rav Hamuna, Rav Kor Kashor Alei, and this is what Rav Hamuna meant to ask when he challenged Rav. The Mishnah says that one who swore falsely 5 times is liable an offering for each and every oath, because each time he was adjured, he could have admitted that he indeed owes the money, and therefore every oath represents a significant.
Okay. I got a little mixed up over here. I was trying to. I have an ad block company that keeps trying to sell me. Every day they put their thing on my computer, blocking the meeting and everybody, and they say, buy our blocking ad thing over here. And I pressed off, and I thought that meant off with the block, with the ad, and now I see that I don't have a picture. Can you see me now? No, you can't see me.
No.
Okay, so let me try to restore that right away. Here we go. Okay.
No. Yes.
Okay.
There you are. With appearance.
Very good. Okay. Oh, there we still start to dance again. Okay, so sorry about that. Well, anyway, so what was it that Rav Acha said over here? Rav Hamnuna Hochi Kokashale. Oh, we have a whole thing said over here on the next Amud base. Okay, so and that wraps up the matter. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Rashi. Lou, are you available to read the Rashi? He said he's gonna have to leave early, but I don't know if he's still there. No, not there. Okay, Phil, top Rashi, Iyamad B'Shlema.
Wait a second. I'm trying to see where the Iyamad B'Shlema.
Did we read that? Did we read that yet?
No.
Oh, we didn't read it. Okay. Oh, good. Good.
No, we didn't read it. That's we have to turn the page first and read the Gemara before we read the Rashi.
Okay. I was too involved with this ad block over here to realize. Okay, so what we said is that this Rav Acha Saba, he said to Rav Ashi, Rav Hamnuna Haki Kokashale. Now, is that a question that he's saying? Well, no, he's making a statement. His statement is that no, Rav Hamnuna hochiko kashale. This was the question that Rav Hamnuna was asking. You thought Rav Hamnuna was asking a challenging question to the words of Rav in regard a case of a shvua that Rava said that Rav says that when he makes the hodah, so then Rav's statement that he's putter on the shvua, hey, it doesn't apply when he makes the hodah. But that wasn't because that wasn't for the reason that you thought. It wasn't because he differs with Rava, and he holds that even in the case, right? Rava says that Rav doesn't say it's din in a case where there's a hodah, but that's not the reason why. That's not the reason why Rav Hamnuna says what he says over here. In fact, he holds that if the one that made the shvua, if he's modeh, Rav holds that case also. No. Sorry. You know what? Let's Rashi doesn't explain this part, but let's just turn the page and see what it is that Rav Acha holds that Rav Hamnuna meant when he asked the kasha that he asked on Rav. The implication from the words hachika kasha le, like this, he meant to ask his kasha. The implication is it's not like you are understanding. It's not like we've been understanding Rav Hamnuna. And now we're going to see when we turn the page what it was that Rav Hamnuna was asking. Okay, so now we go to over here, the Gemora at the top of the page on 106b. And a round of applause before we do that for page 106a. Hooray! And for Art Scrolls page 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Wow. That's a lot of pages. We got to have a lot of rounds of applause. I didn't realize that. I've just been doing a round of applause for every Amud, but really we have an Amud that has 5 pages of Art Scroll commentary over there. We have to do 5 applauses that we got through it. Okay. So we're up to the top of 106b. So now I can tell you where it is in the Art Scroll. It's in the first page of the Art Scroll of 106b, and it's going to be the first column. Right?
Right. All is well.
Okay.
Hey,
Whose turn it is to read now?
I don't remember.
Roy?
Probably.
In other words, we're going to start the rotation over again.
Okay. All right. E Amaret Vishalama Ishba B Asu Adim Michayev. All is well if you say regarding one who swore falsely that when witnesses come and attest to his guilt, he is liable. Amatu lahaki Mechayev nun le karavon Eshbuo Basaresa That is why we hold him liable to the asham of false oath. Yes, he's liable. And when, that is every oath after the first, based on the reasoning that the Mishnah states. How ill v'yochol l'chavzor u'lehidos, because each time he was adjured, he could have retracted and admitted. That is, if the money he denied could have been extracted from him on the basis of witnesses, then it is logical to consider each oath significant, because he could have retracted and admitted. Elo I amarat ki atu adim potur. But if you say that when witnesses come and attest to the defendant's guilt after he swears, he is exempt from payment, as Rav actually stated, then the Mishnah's ruling is difficult. Me ika madi alo ato maharai umasa hayde be potur. Can there be such a thing that if witnesses come and testify against him, he is exempt? None naku nechaye be korban ashabua ha'il v'yochol l'chazor u'lehaldaras. Yet we will stand and hold him liable to an offering for his false oath simply because he could have retracted and admitted. Hashta mehet la oriv. Why, as of now, he did not yet admit to owning anything, and thus no debt exists. This is the meaning of Rav Hamanuna's challenge to Rav. Thus, Rav exempts the perjurer only when his guilt is established through witnesses, but not when he confesses. Nevertheless, his challenge from the Mishnah is valid, for the Mishnah demonstrates that the defendant will be able to pay even if witnesses would attest to his guilt.
Okay, that was pretty complicated over there. Long and involved. Let's try to see if we could go over that one another time here. So the Gemora is saying, Yom B'Shlema Nishba Ki Osu Edim Mechayev Amtulahachi Mechayvinin Le Korban Ashvua Basraisa. If you'll say that it is sensible that if he swore falsely and the Edim come and prove that he swore falsely, that he would be liable, that he's chayiv in that case. So for that very reason, oh, you know what we're talking about over here? We're talking about the case of the Mishnah that he's chayiv to, he's going to be chayiv on each shvua that he made falsely, right?
All five of them.
Yeah,
Because he
had a chance to go back.
What?
Each each time he had a chance to go back. So that's why it's each time he has to pay, he has held to bringing it.
And that was where there were 5 such times.
Right.
Chayvu kol achas v'achas. Okay, so we're at that, and that was the Mishnah. That was the Mishnah in Shavuos that that Reb Hamnuna brought as a refutation to Rav. Okay. Right.
Which one?
Where we said Masiv Rav Hamnuna. When we said Masiv Rav Hamnuna, Heshbiel of Chamisha Pamim, they administered the Shvu on him 5 times. Bein b'fnei Bezdin, bein lo b'fnei Bezdin, whether in Bezdin, whether not. Kofar olav, and he denied it. And the Mishnah is talking about where even though he thereafter admitted, even though it didn't say any the words are, he's going to be chayav. He's going to be chayav homish ba'ashim, we said, on each time that he swore falsely. So he's asking that as a kasha on Rav. The kasha was that you see from this Mishnah, even after he swore the first time, he's not going to be exempt from making tashlumin. Okay, that's the case over there. Now, what are we saying over here? What are we saying over here? Yamar Pishleima Nishba ki osu edim machayev amtulahachi machayvinen le korban ashvua masraisa. Hoil v'yocholak hodos ulahodos. Ela iyamar v'ki osu edim potter. If you say that when he's nishba, and then when edim come, that he's going to be chayiv, so then that's good, because he had an opportunity to admit. But if we say that, and he's going to be chayiv, since he had an opportunity to admit, therefore he's going to be chayiv. But if we say that when witnesses come and they're made against his shvua, disprove his shvua, that he's going to be pater the shomer, then we got a problem with that. How is it that he's gonna? How is it going to be chayiv on chomish va'ashim? Because chomish va'ashim for making a false shvua is because you're kofar mammon. But at first shvua that he made, if he already exempt himself from any monetary obligation, so then there's no more mammon to this case. So why should he be chayav on them? Mikamidi the ilu osi sahade masadi bay potter va'an nekum nechayev korban hashvua or v'yoch so lehodos. Hashtami alo odi. Maybe let's take a look at Rashi. Maybe Rashi will clarify for us what the what the case, what it is that is being said over here.
The first Rashi is E Amra Vishlem. If you say it's good according to E Atu Edim, if the witnesses come, Achar Shvua, after he made the oath, after he swore,
the first one.
Kamaisa, after the first time he swore falsely, Mechayev them, you do Mechayev them, Lishlume Karna, we do to pay the principal. Ashkachach, we find the Akati still Mamonahu, it's still considered a monetary matter, Gavi, to be collected. Amato, what's the amato? Lahachi to this.
The Amto Lahaki means that on account of that,
On account of that, Mechayiv, and we do chayiv them, way korban that he still has to bring, because he just has to bring the korban on that korban shvua, the korban of making a false shvua, ashvua, and on the shvua shnia, on the second time he swore falsely, the mishum, because the ein shvua chal, the shvu does not hold al shvua, on the shvua, on the oath, lo patrelo, it doesn't make him exempt. The will, since the yachol lachzor, because he can go back, he can retract ulahadot and then admit it. Bein zo lazo, either way. Nimtzad, you find the kol achad shvua, for each of the shvuas, each of the oaths he makes, kafira, he's denying it. Bifnei etzmo, by himself, by making the second shvua of that each time.
Since he could go back after having made the shvua and admit bein zu lazu, between the first shvua and the second shvua, and then between the second and the third, until all of them, since he can go back after having made the shvua and admit that he swore falsely, that we understand that each shvua that he made was in fact a shvua which was a kfira of mammon on its own merits. And so therefore we could understand, if it was a shvua kfira, why it is that he's going to be chayav on each one of the shvuas a korban and chomesh va'ashim. So in other words, bishlema, if we say that if witnesses come after he's falsely, after he swears that he could be chayav to pay, so then we can explain why it is that he's going to be on account of that, why he's going to be chayav a korban on the succeeding shvuas after it, since he could always admit after having made the shvua that he lied, and therefore he would be chayav, and therefore it comes out that the shvua that he makes is a kfira of mammon. But on the other hand, if we say that also edim, that once he's made his shvua, even if edim do come and contradict his claim and his shvua, if we say that he's going to be patur because he made a shvua, like Rab says, so then we don't understand how it is that he could be one of these shvuas. I think that's the general idea over here, what the Gemora is saying. Eli Imart, he also edim potter, like Rav says, Mir Kamidi, the Ilu Ose Sahade, Sahade Bay, who is there such a thing that when edim come and they give testimony that the Pikadon is by this guy and he's lying, potter, that he's going to be potter. And that we could thereafter be machayev him also we're not questioning that we could say that he's potter. We're saying as if in fact the case is that he would be potter, like Rav says, if that would be true, so then the question would be, I'm reading from the Gemora now, would we therefore say that we're going to establish that he's for korban shvua, for having made a false shvua, since theoretically he could have gone back and made an admission, made a hodah, hashta mihalo odi. But right now, so far, he has not done so. He has not done so. So it wouldn't make sense, therefore, to say that since he is not yet done that it'll be that he hasn't made a hodah, and according to this, he's potter once he makes the shua. So how could he be chayav for a korban shvua for all the different all the shuas that happen afterwards? Okay, we got 3 minutes to read the next Rashi. Hashtamia halo odi. For the time being, right now, he has not made any admission.
He hasn't admitted. Bein zol is zol, between this one and that one. The ashkach, we find the kefira, devarim, that there is a denial of his words, ba'alma, who, the lav mamona, who, and it's not money that he needs that is being collected. Shein yachol lotzi, because he cannot come, because they're not able to come with witnesses.
Right. Ishtakak the kfir is devoring but almahu. It's the kfir that he's making, which with each succeeding shvua is not a real substantive kfira of any mammon. Lav mammonhu. It's not a monetary. It's not a denial of a monetary obligation that he has. Lav mammonahu gabe. Because he doesn't have any mammon by him. Why? Sharei ein yochol lahotziu be'edim. I think that refers to the depositor. The depositor, his whole case is that this shomer has his deposited item. Is that true? He doesn't have any witnesses that we know of. Okay. Labamonahu gabe yochol lahotzio be'edim. You can't get it out from the guy with edim. I'm not sure exactly why not. If the witnesses come and say, yeah, he has the pikadon in his backyard. Why is it that well, that's what Rav holds. That's what Rav holds. The guy that made the shvua, denying it, and now the witnesses come and say, yeah, he's got it in his backyard. According to Rav, there's those 80 don't for whatever reason, based upon the pasuk, they don't they're not able to get the bikadan for the plaintiff, for the claimant. They're not able to do it. So therefore, it's not a case of mammon that he's being kofar on. Okay, 12:30, Saved by the Bell. We'll continue tomorrow, Bez Hashem.
Take care.
Everybody have a
Thank you.
great day.
Thank you, you too.
Yeshuos Tovos,
See you,
Yeshuos v'nechamois.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, today is the Koach of Adar. The Koach of Adar. Hooray!
Okay.
That's it. We have a strong Adar today. The strength of Adar is today. Be'ezus Hashem. So everybody should have the strength of the Simcha of Adar and the Nisim. Imei Nisim. These are days of tremendous miracles that Hashem did for the Jewish people and is continuing to do them. Be'ezus Hashem. So, all the best to everybody,
Okay, very good day.
and hello to Roberts. All the best, Roberts.
Bye. All right.
Bye,
See
Roy.
you.
Feel good. And Alan, all the best. Everybody feel
you.
good.
Bye for now. Bye.
Good news is on its way. Be'ezus Hashem.